Kia ora.
G'day.
Um, Welcome to Cup of Tea and a Yarn. Jill,
Yep.
Tea and a Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Kylie. I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I love
And
that
I'm in
you're
a
in
diff
yeah, I love you in your sewing room.
yeah. I've been sewing a bit. Oh, I'm sorry, I've just got a weather alert come up. We've got a cyclone about to hit us in New Zealand. So yeah, that was the emergency alert. Have you had the emergency alert yet?
Not yet. I
Oh,
think you're a day ahead of us.
oh right, yeah, because
Yeah.
you're on the other side of the Motu
Yeah.
Island land. Motu is land, isn't it? Not necessarily island.
Yes.
Oh no! Yarn in the coffee.
Oh no.
It's just an
So-
end. I'm
oh
gonna
my
cut
gosh.
it off.
Trying to
I'm gonna
like
cut it off.
you're doing like three things at once. You're talking, you're knitting, and you're checking your phone.
I shouldn't be checking my phone. And I'm in my sewing room. And do you think I can find a pair of scissors? Here we go. Here we go. They're my girl's scissors. I'm not sure why they're here. There we go. All right. Well, that was a shaky start, wasn't it? Here we go. I don't really
So
want to put it in there.
you
I
were
have
saying
this is
you were
well,
saying
this
you're
is
in
where
your
I put all
sewing
my
room.
yeah. So I'm in my sewing room. I'm just gonna put this in the bin.
Okay.
I only have one bin. See that tiny little bin? That's my only bin in this room. I have this little ceramic thing for all my scraps,
hmm
all of my thread waste and very small fabric scraps. I use that for stuffing when I make my gnomes.
Oh,
And yep, and then I've got a bag under here for paper. So that's the only rubbish that's allowed in this room. So I'm in my sewing room because I've been doing a bit of sewing lately. Yeah. This behind me,
mm,
it's called the studio tunic. I'm not sure if you've heard of that pattern, but it's very popular in the crafting world right now.
okay. What's
It,
it called?
it's
Student.
studio tunic
Oh, yeah.
by So Liberated.
Mm,
Um, it is kind of like overall, but a dress, kind
yeah.
of like an art smock sort of thing. And it's going to have massive pockets.
Cool.
And so the idea is when I'm spinning in particular, I can put that over me and then all of the fluff will stay on that and won't get all over my clothes. But also when I'm sewing, I think I probably need two. I'll need one upstairs and one downstairs. I'll need one up here for when I'm sewing because you get little bits of cotton all over you, especially if you're in like black clothing. White cotton is drawn to black clothing. Yeah. So yeah, I've just discovered these two for my pattern storage.
Mm.
These are expandable,
Oh,
expandable plastic pockets.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I can fit a huge amount of paper inside that.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, very good.
My
So
patterns are in a plastic box, shoved
yeah,
in.
mine are in various different areas.
Mm. And then I've got like one pattern that I like the pockets of, so that's just like out. So I can just
Yeah,
pick the pockets and put them with everything, anything I want.
are they sew on top pockets?
No, they're in seam
In
ones. Yeah.
yeah, nice.
Mm.
Oh, very good. Anyway, this usually isn't a sewing podcast. It's a knitting podcast.
Well, it's in everything crafty usually. I've got some
Yes.
sewing to share today, just for a change.
Oh, well, while we're talking sewing, why don't you show us?
Well, it's kind of I was thinking about my whips, and this is something that I started about 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and I did one line, and now I've done another half a line. It's kind of it's tapestry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I
That,
really,
do you know, Jill, that totally counts for our whip along.
oh, that's what I thought. So this is how much I've done. This
Oh,
this
cute.
bit here. So
Yep.
now I've got my glasses that I can see what I'm doing and I can see the holes in it. I can carry on. So Jennifer Putney, I don't know if she still does a design, but she's Wellington designer, needlepoint designer. And I've got 4 or 5 of hers, which I've completed like over the years. I really like how fun they are. And I bought this last time I was there, and not the last time, like one of the times over the last 2 years when I've been in Wellington because
I
it's cool.
remember you purchasing that. Yeah.
Because it's wind dancer. I thought that's quite a cool thing. Yeah. So I figured I'd get that back out, and I've done, as I say, that I've done that little bit down there.
Tapestry is deceptively slow.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only half a cross stitch, so it's like
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, it does take a while. But it's a bit faster
Yeah.
now, I can see.
Amazing how that makes a difference.
Yeah. So there, I've been sewing. Woohoo!
Very good. Very good. And have you been knitting?
I've been knitting a lot.
Me
And I've
too. How
frogged a
good is
lot.
that? Oh, I frogged something.
I know.
Do you remember last time I was talking about all of my whips? Well, after we finished podcasting, I actually gave Jill a bit of a tour, and she was like amazed at all of my whips and where they were hidden.
But I really enjoyed how you managed to put them kind of around the house. That wasn't like a lot in one place.
Very important tactic.
Yeah.
So, and I did mention there was probably one that I was going to rip out. And so after I'd gotten it out, because Jill was there, I'd gotten it out, I never put it back. I just sat down and took it back. So there you go. That's big for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weight off my mind.
That's so cool. I also so my frogging was with my oh my advent, that, and I was making that one that there was a stick and I cut and I had and I'd fallen out with it. I frogged that, and I've restarted something brand new and totally different.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very good. Well, how about, would you want to start with whips or finished objects?
Yeah, shall we start with whips? And so can I show what I've started with my?
Yes, please.
Right. So this
that looks cool.
Yeah, this is I've obviously finished in the middle of I'm in the middle of a row. So this is there we go.
Oh, now I know this pattern. What's the pattern called?
Around the bend.
Around the bend, that's the one.
So I have done it before, with like years ago. I think at the first retreat I went to, and I did it with a couple of Lynn's yarns. That I'm really enjoying. So I've made 2 balls, and I kind of went in order. So I went all the way in order. Then I stopped at 6. I made 1 ball. Then I made another ball. So I've started like with number 1 and number 7.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So then that's where I'm at.
That's kind of cool, because then you'll get 2 fades essentially.
Yeah. So
that's quite clever.
Yes. So I'm up to I've just there's 2, 4. I'm up to number 5 and 2, 4, the 6th. So the 3rd lot of pairs at the moment.
So 3 and
so almost halfway.
9.
Yeah. It's almost halfway. Yeah. So I thought that was quite. It's a nice. It's a nice pattern because of the spine. Like the spine's really cool. You see that?
Yeah. I was actually thinking it was something along the lines of spine something. I thought spine must have been in the name, but round the bend, that's right.
Round the bend, So that's
Very
that's
cool.
I frogged all that. Then I've started again with that. and I'm liking this much
Wonderful.
better, as you can tell, because I've got a lot further.
And your first around the bend, do you wear that a lot?
It was a gift.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's nice that you'll have one then.
Yeah. So that's one of my whips.
Excellent.
Are you whipping?
I'm whipping.
You're
I
whipping at the
better show you
moment.
one
I
that
can see you.
I'm whipping at the moment. I'm whipping. I'm about 10 stitches from the end. I will show you my Aurora
Ooh.
shawl. Oh, this is a new custom. I know I'm meant to be finishing things, but when I went to Sydney, I bought all of the yarn for
That's right.
this actual pattern, and it was meant to be. So the Aurora shawl is the West Knit Fibre Knit Along
Mm-hmm.
pattern, which was a cast on for. Should have been more organised. There we go. The Aurora Cabin shawl.
Yeah,
There.
that's cool. Yeah.
And my yarns are Life in the Long Grass. It's our moon based, which is 20% silk. And it is so soft and gorgeous to knit with. Sorry, I'm not showing you very well there. But anyway, that's my colours. It's
You're
hard to
having a
hold 5 cakes.
you're having a nice cuddle with.
Yeah, that's right. So I started, and I probably should have put it on bigger needles, a longer cable, because it's big, man, now. So I've done the first section.
It's so pretty.
There we go.
Those colours are fabulous, aren't they?
They're amazing. Yeah. He's just released the Aurora sweater,
Mm.
which has that as the yoke, and then just plain knitting. So I'm up to the plain knitting bit, which is why I haven't done much. I'm so bad at plain knitting. I really needed something like this. I was really needing something. So yeah, I knit that pretty quickly. And it's all slip stitches, and like these sections are held over like you actually hold 3 stitches. It's like knit 5, hold 3 for it's about 8 rows.
Wow.
So I did the first lot, and then I was like, this is crazy. I can do this better. So I slipped it on another needle, another cable, and then put my lovely, oh, I don't have them. I thought I had them. Oh, yeah, here we go. So I've got these and put them on another needle, and then put, Siri thinks I need to touch them. And then use my little end stoppers so they wouldn't fall off.
Cool.
So there you go. I'm using my end stoppers. I don't normally use end stoppers, and I'm knitting it. And as I was getting further through, it was starting to get a bit slippy. And I thought, oh God, I need end stoppers. I have end stoppers. And they're cute.
They are cute.
So yeah, so I've gotten through. If you want to compare it to the pattern, I'm at the end of that first bit. So it's quite a big shawl.
Quite a long time to
This
go.
will it'll take me a while, but this is my almost like a little reward knitting for when I've finished stuff. I can reward myself with the new knitting.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. What else are you knitting on?
Well, since we're talking Mr. West, I've made really good progress on my honeycomb cow. I painted honeycombs. Yeah.
Painted honeycombs, yep.
Yes. So I sat down for a few days, and this was, instead of my sock knitting, this was it. So I've done quite a lot.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like once round.
And how many times around are you going to go? You're going to go twice?
I don't think I've got enough yarn. I might have enough yarn for twice. Depends if I get bored or not. I think there's a point where I might stop, and it might not be far
Right.
away.
So just once then.
Yeah, I think it's another 5 or 6 of the rounds of pattern.
Right.
and then
Yeah.
I'm done. I measured, and I put a little doodah in somewhere so that I know where I am at, so I can measure from there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's one of my whips.
Very good.
And I'm using a Salva ball for the outside color and some random. And I think I might have dyed it, but I don't know.
Okay. It's nice. It's
Some
really
pink.
pretty.
And if I didn't, I apologize to the dyer who did, because I've just like totally taken that. I know I did do a pink, and I'm unsure if it like when we were Annette's, and I don't
Right.
know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it
yeah.
was, yeah. Oh yeah, there. See, there's my little thing. So I'm counting how many more to
Yep.
go. If I
Very
really
good.
put my mind to it, I probably could have had it finished this weekend, but I didn't.
That's okay.
Yeah. So that's an. Are you whipping anything else?
I am. I'm still on my recalibrate. Oh, wrong side. So my recalibrate. Um, I'm probably more than halfway through that second
Oh yeah,
section.
cool.
So yes, that's what it's looking like. It's getting close. It's
I really
such
like this
good
color.
mindless knitting.
The colors are lovely.
Yeah, they are beautiful. So the yarns are, look, I've got the whole skein here. I'm nearly finished the ball. So I'm probably going to have to crack into the next one. But this is Yeah Yeah Yarn, merino linen. Yeah Yeah Yarn is a Dunedin dyer. She's just come off maternity leave. She did her first update after having her daughter, and it was all pre-orders. Oh,
Oh,
it's gotten up
she
my
did
nose.
some Valentine's Day ones for Knit Nook as well.
The knit nook. I
Yeah,
know. I was so strong not buying them.
same.
I wanted all three. I really did. And I was like, I don't need them and I don't know what they would go to. So the other one is A Life in the Long Grass. Yeah, again, linen, merino. And they're both singles as well, which I think will be fine with a nice loose garment. If I was knitting a closer fitting garment, I think that singles is not a good idea. It's about how much it rubs, really.
Yeah, but pills
Yeah.
pills easier, eh?
Yeah, and if it's rubbing, like especially under your arms or something, you can get holes
Right.
because it breaks. It's not as strong as applied yarn.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's coming along nicely.
Cool. Very cool.
What else?
And
What else are you whipping?
one more thing, that active work on is I put my hand up to do a test knit
Oh, neat.
for Passionate Spinner.
Socks.
Socks. Yeah, colorwork
Ah,
socks.
I know.
I've
That's so cool.
never done colorwork socks. So I've put my hands up for the one color. I mean the two color one, not the three color one or four color one, because the other one you had to use more than two colors at a time sometimes. That's just too
Yep.
much for my first go. But
Yep.
yeah, I've just cast on today. So this is how it's looking so far.
Beautiful. And what's your yarn?
Well, I've got some West Yorkshire spinners
Uh-huh.
and some, I want to say Malabrigo something.
Right.
Yeah. Or if not that, it's something like that, or one of those kind of type. No, it's not Malabrigo at all.
Is it an independent dyer or is it a commercial dyer?
It might be commercial that started as an indie. You know, something like how, I don't know, is Malabrigo indie?
No, it's commercial.
Yeah, so it's probably
It's
some.
not Uruguay, is it? Yeah, Manor?
No,
No.
I'll have a look when you're talking. I'll see if I can find
All
what
right.
it is. But I thought one way I could get around the only doing two colors is by having one that's lots of colors. And
It looks really good. It's
I
very
think it
effective.
does, yeah. I thought it might be too busy, but I can see the pattern quite easily.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's really nice.
So I'm a third of the way through the color work bit,
Very good.
and I'm
So it's
using
just color work on the
on the cuff,
leg.
the leg bit, yeah, then it's just
Yep.
plain after that. Yeah.
Now that's a traditional Latvian sock technique.
Is it?
Latvian socks, what they did was they had all the intricate color work up the legs and then nothing on the foot. And the reason for that is that if once you wear out the foot, you can cut the foot off, pick it up and knit another foot. Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm using my 3 needle things, which are my favoritist for socks.
Yeah.
Although saying that, there is also a scrappy sock cowl starting
Ooh.
in a couple of weeks or sometime in February. I've made my little balls, but I'm going to do that 2 at a time.
All right. In which case, your magic loop.
Yeah, yeah.
And what designer is that with? The scrappy sock middle on.
Everything Shapes Us.
Okay,
I
I don't know
think.
that one.
Somebody on it's an Instagrammy one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um,
And is it a particular pattern or is it just knit with your scratch?
it's knit with your scraps, so
Yeah.
that's what she does. She does scrappy socks. She that's her thing. Like,
Cool.
why make socks that match? And so she's got
So
this.
I made some scrappy socks once upon a time with I bought a scrappy sock kit from Little Woolly Makes in Melbourne.
Yeah,
And the way I knit them was I rolled a dice to see how many rows of each color to knit
nice,
with.
nice.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think she does sell sets if you want to buy scrappy sets.
Yeah. And the set I got just had 10-gram minis. So that's not enough to like plan for coloring. Yeah.
So it's
So,
it's the scrappy sock cowl, which I've not got my classes on, but at February the 18th or later, and finished by the end of March.
cool.
The rules are you have to use at least 6 or more colours or scraps.
Cool. It's quite a good way to use up little scraps, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you've just made magic balls, random
I have.
magic balls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find what this other yarn is, this brownie one, because I know I've used it.
Well, I'll talk about my scrappy socks. These are more planned than yours. So they're
I remember now. It's Wool Miser. That's it.
Wool Miser. Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I knew it was one of the big places from overseas.
So they're German, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah. Apologies if you're not German, Bullweiser, but you sound German. They could be Austrian, for example,
Could be. Yeah.
but I think they are German. So my scrappy socks are the pattern from Crazy Sock Lady, her super scrappy socks. It's not a pattern, it's just a recipe. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stripes of 4 rounds per color.
Yeah.
And these are all yarns from Purple Sprouting. Sorry, my lighting is woeful, so I just hold it up to the light. It's very dark here, so I have to put a light on.
Yeah. I've got the lights on too.
So Purple Sprouting, and that's the main color. Jupiter Crash, it's called. And it's a really, really nice colorway. And then she made them 4 minis to match them, and then I've chucked in that's another mini I purchased from her. And 1, 2, and then I repeated 2 of them. That's what I did. I repeated these 2 because I really liked those 2. They were my favorite. And so then 7 stripes, and then when I get to the leg, I will do 7 stripes again, the same, but there'll be eight rows of each stripe. So
Right.
they'll be fatter and
Yeah.
it'll go all the way up the leg.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have loads of this left.
Cool.
And I've started the heel. I'm doing a new to me heel. I'm using the avocado socks.
Oh,
They make a double gusset wedged heel, so it's pretty hard to show, but yeah, you can't really see.
no.
I will link it in the show notes, the
Yeah.
avocado sock. But it makes like a bulgy sort of
Oh.
heel. I don't know. I just like to try new heels. Fun.
Tracy's a heel for the test that I'm doing is a different heel. Like she doesn't do the heels like I do heels. I was reading, I was like, I don't know what you're doing here. Let's just ignore that and just do the leg first. Then I'll look at the heel later.
Yeah.
I think she had some pearls in where I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay. I don't know.
Does she do some short rowing or?
No, it was a flap and gusset thing.
Oh, okay.
Just different from how I do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all, I'm just up to the short rowing bit and it's short rowing around the back. And but I've already done a wedge increase underneath the foot as well. So it's a wedge increase and then short rowing.
Wow.
We'll see how it turns out.
Is it a pretty heel?
Not gorgeous, but
I
think it'll be very functional.
There's one pair of socks I've seen that has a triangle heel on the back. And
yes, I've done them.
I like that.
That's the Vanilla is the New Black.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've done the one in reverse because I like to knit toe up. Vanilla is the New Black is toe top down. It's the other one. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's by the same designer. That's a nice heel.
Yeah.
Have you got any more whips?
No, that's all my whips.
I've got one more.
Oh, sorry. Apart from, I've got 2 more pairs of socks to finish.
For my
whip
you want to show us them?
Which these are ones have been sitting, just needed heels in them.
And you're starting to put the heels in them. Very good.
Oh, no. I'm going through these don't have heels socks and putting heels in. So this has got a forethought, afterthought heel, if that's what you call it.
Yep, a forethought heel. Yep.
It's a Katia Tokyo.
Beautiful.
There we go. I've got some of that to make the heel with. And then this was what's the really nice stripy sock yarn with the funny name?
Yeah. I can't think of it.
That one, you know, it's posh.
I'll link it in the show notes.
The one, and it comes in 2 separate balls and la la la, and the matching. So there we go. There's my my pair of those, and I've just got.
They look really good.
Pink, which I think might be a purple sprouting pink, which I'll make for the heels. These ones don't have a pre-thought afterthought heel. I'll just have to cut it. Yeah.
Do a true afterthought heel.
Yeah. So there's kind of whips in that I would like them to be finished objects by the next
they
time
might be finished by next time. Yeah. So I might have to stand up for my next whip because it's gotten pretty big.
Ooh.
I'm officially halfway through this.
Like it. That's cool. Very cool.
Yep. So that is half of them. Yeah, because it's going to be 8 by 9. So I've done 8.5 rows. Yep. So this is it's just a granny square blanket that I've done with the ginger yarn. That doesn't seem right.
No.
I've forgotten the dye's name. Giddy yarn.
Yes.
in Scotland, and she did the all of the Tolkien books in the form of minis. And she's now going to be releasing, she's going to go through and pick one or two colours from each book that she dyed and release them as regular colours.
Oh, cool.
So she'll have a couple of Hobbit ones and a couple of Two Towers and a couple of, all of the ones. So yeah, so I'm really, really happy with that. So now I have to actually get the other 6 months worth out and wind them up. So yeah, so all together. Yep.
That's cool.
Very pleased with that progress.
That's excellent. You've done a lot on that.
I have. I suspect the next 6 months will go slower, as in it won't be 6 months that I'll take to do it, hopefully. But I think the next 6 months worth of knitting. Oh God, I've got my needles. It's huge, so it's like hard to fold up and put in a bag. Yeah, I think that'll go a bit slower. But yeah, I'm really happy with that so far. So I'm on my 3rd ball of the yarn from Skein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
That's all my whips that I'm actively working on.
Excellent.
Yeah. Because I've finished some stuff.
Me too. Hang on a sec. Go on then. What have you finished?
Well, I have finished 2 things.
2
things, not including machine knitting. We're going to call it 3 maybe. Anyway, we'll start with 1. I finally finished my socks.
Excellent. They look
These
fabulous.
are they do, and they fit fabulous, and I'm really glad that I'm not knitting them anymore. I do not like knitting rib socks. I love having rib socks. I don't like knitting rib socks. And actually, this pair of rib socks is one of the reasons I bought my machine. Because I want rib socks. I love rib socks. I don't want to hand knit them.
But they look fabulous.
They do. So the yarn is my hand-dyed yarn, which I got from, I can never remember this dyer's name. She's not dyeing anymore anyway. I will link it in the show notes. And the pattern is the DRK Everyday Sock. Again, great pattern if you like ribbing. I do not. So, yeah, someone on Facebook asked me if I recommended this pattern, and I said I didn't because I don't like ribbing.
Stitch Punk.
I'm sorry?
Stitch Punk.
Stitch Punk. Thank you very much. Stitch Punk. That's right. And this was spun in a true sock yarn method, the crepe method, where you do 3 plies, 2 on each other, and then you ply the 3rd ply in a different direction on the others. So they're going to be very strong socks.
They're cool. They look really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They're a bit Zauberball-y.
They are.
So yes. Woohoo! They look great.
Mine too. I've only put them on one because I've got all of my finished things are socks. So already preloaded.
Okay.
So they're also my hand spun ones. And
mine
were man-made fiber. Fiber. I think it's Corridale nylon.
Corridale nylon, and that's a really good blend for. I think mine was Corridale as well. Yeah.
And I made the Impossible Girl socks. I said last time that was something to do with Doctor Who. There we go.
Yeah.
Impossible Girl. Free pattern on Ravelry.
Excellent. They look really good.
Yeah, and I suppose the spinning of them and the stripes means you don't really get to see the little pretend what
Faux cable.
pretend cable down the side. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things.
The faux cable.
Yeah,
Mm. You've knit that pattern before, haven't you?
yeah, I have. And
Nice.
they became gifts.
And that's a free pattern too, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a nice one. It's a nice, easy to remember pattern.
Mm,
Mm.
it is.
Oh, very good.
Mm,
So I will show you. I also have some socks, but these are machine knit.
yeah.
So these I actually, because I was having, did I show you this last time?
No.
I think
No. You showed me
no,
yours there.
they were on my machine when we
Yeah.
recorded last time.
Yeah.
So this one, I pulled this yarn out. This is Opal, no, Regia,
Hmm.
a neon, one of their neons collection, obviously. And I pulled this yarn out to actually, I was just like, nah, I don't think I'll ever knit with this yarn. So I'll use it to play with my machine. And my daughter saw, and she was like, oh, Mum, can you knit me socks in that? Yes, I can, darling. So I did, and she's thrilled with them. And what I wanted to do this, I didn't try too hard to do it, but this is what I call a fraternal twin.
Yeah.
Where they're actually the opposite. So I've got a blue heel on this one and a orange heel on this one, and orange toe, blue toe. So they haven't been seamed, but yeah.
Really
So
cool.
then with the leftovers, I made something for my husband, which I can't show you because he's taken it to work already. I'll post a picture in the show notes. That's what I'll do. It's a glasses holder, a glasses case.
Yeah.
So it's just a tube with a hung hem. And on the hung hem in this here, I did 2 holes so that I could slip some cord through. And then I just did like to here, for example, and then just kitchened it across. And it's for his safety glasses at work because he has to go to multiple sites and his safety glasses inevitably get chucked in his helmet. They get scratched. So this way he can pop them in this and they're protected. And he had specifically asked me for them. So yeah, he was thrilled.
And is it in the bright pink or the blue?
Oh, it's in both because it's,
Okay.
long enough to
yeah.
show both.
Cool.
And then with the leftovers,
Yeah.
I made my own pattern up.
A what?
I know. So this is what else can you do with a circular sock machine? This is a baby beanie.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So I had a bit of issues here with picking up, which I think I've solved it up here. I haven't solved it in real life. But I think I'll probably write this up and pop it on Ravelry because there's not very many resources. Like I thought I would find a newborn beanie pattern real easy on Ravelry. Nope. But to be fair, this is probably more preemie size. It's quite small. It'll stretch, but I'm really thrilled because one of the reasons I got machines was because I wanted to do more charity knitting. And so if I can nail this, then when I've got, I think it took 10 grams, maybe 15, I can then just quickly whip up a little preemie beanie for every pair of socks I knit.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's, I did the decreases and it's just a gathered top, which I've gathered, but I had some, there we go. If I pull it in real tight, there we go.
It's pretty.
It's cute, right? It's really cute.
Yeah. You could also for dolls as well.
Definitely for dolls, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was like a lot of finished things out of one ball of yarn.
I know, and this is what I love about the machine. I love this about the machine that you can get like multiple things. Yeah.
I've put some heels in my skips, socks. So
Sure.
these are the ones that I bought the pattern for the gift along,
Yes.
and I finished them without the heel. So there we go. That's how they look.
They look great.
The heel in them. They look, yeah. I'm really happy with them. Um, that pattern was it kind of annoyed me, but once I got going, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just got kind of sick of it, really. But
I
now,
remember you saying that you had tossed it in the corner.
yeah,
You'd
yeah.
had enough.
So there we go. That's another of my whips whipped.
Whip, whip, whip.
I
Woohoo.
was whipping like mad last weekend, I tell you.
Very good. Well, I've been whipping like mad on my Missoura,
Oh yeah.
and there's no needles attached. Ta-da! It's not blocked.
Yeah.
I just tried it on my daughter because it's quite tight. I've got to block the shit out of it.
Right.
There will be no elastic left in this yarn. I didn't swatch.
Mm.
That was my mistake. But last time, this is what I was up to on the body.
Yeah.
There. So I've done that much,
That's
which is a
cool.
lot for me.
Yeah.
So I'll have to stand up for this one too. But yeah.
That's
As I said,
lovely.
it looks really small. I have tried it on. It does fit, stretched.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because I
So
imagine the pattern that you've got on there is almost ribbish anyway.
yes,
That's
it
the
is.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite stretchy.
Yeah.
So this pattern, it's got the lace work at the top, then the cables and color work at the same time. So this is in Lynn's yarn from Fibre to Go. It's
Yeah.
I think it's like 30% silk, this yarn. It is so soft. I cannot tell you. My daughter put it on because she was like, that would fit me, Mum. And she didn't want to take it off.
Oh.
So I am half tempted to just give it to her and not block it
Mm.
and do myself another one.
Mm-hmm.
But then that took me so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I could use it as a swatch
Mm-hmm.
and make one bigger for myself because I do want it to be have a lot more give in it.
Yeah.
So I think I'll think a bit before I do block it. That said, if I block it, I can probably wash it again and shrink it back, as long as I don't stretch it past the elastic point. Because that's the thing about materials that has, because I'm a materials engineer, I understand the elastic modulus. So the basically materials have this elasticity, this area of elasticity that you pull it so far, and then at some point, if you keep pulling it, it won't recover, which is why elastic dies.
Yeah.
To be replaced because it just gets pulled too long.
My
Anyway.
t-shirts get baggy over time.
You're what, sorry?
Like my t-shirts get baggy over time.
Yeah, and like and you know how you hand knit socks when you wash them, they shrink back and they're really elastic again.
Yeah. Oh, you must be so happy about finishing that.
I'm very happy. So that's 3 out of my 23 that I've done now.
I've done another one. So this was my Hermione socks. Is that how you say her name? Hermione?
Hermione.
Yeah. Hermione's favourite socks or something. Everyday socks.
Oh, Hermione. Yeah, Hermione from Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is again a free pattern on Ravelry. This is some Nana Cinder yarn, which I want to say Black Hole Sun, but it's not quite that.
Right, okay.
I think it's something like that. It might be Black Hole Sun. But I thought there was some kind of play on words to make it more kind of yarny or knitty, but I might have just thought about that too much. Anyway, whipped.
They look really nice.
Yeah, I really like them. I love how the yarns turned out too. It's really pretty.
And is that going to be for you or is it a gift knitting box?
I don't know because I said I was going to knit all my friends in Wellington socks. So no,
Oh,
one, two, well, my hand knits are mine. So there's two, three, four pairs there, and I've got some in the drawer already, which I'll put in there.
you you're doing well.
I think so. I
Mm,
think I'm nearly
mm.
finished. If I decide they're all to give away, I'm almost finished
Wow.
because I did
And
do. Sorry.
are they all roughly the same size socks?
No, some
Like
of them a
your
bit bigger.
friends?
Oh no,
Mm,
no. I try and make some bigger and some smaller. Just,
yeah.
I'll pop them in the pile in the middle of the room and say, see which fits.
You're so generous with your friends. They must just love it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe sometimes. Sometimes I
They're
like to get
great.
more knitting. And this was a new
And
cast on and a finish. So
amazing.
like in about 3 or 4 days, I was like sucked in. And so I think it was after the weekend doing my heels and finishing things off. I was just on a sock roll. So this
Awesome.
I got out of a simply knitting little doodah.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, and they are on the vine socks.
Really nice.
Yeah. I think it's made with like as a West Yorkshire spinners kind of thing. Um the yarn I have used is got sparkles.
Oh, they're really nice. I love that color.
It's Harney Hooley's sparkly sock.
I thought
Um,
that's what it was. Yeah.
they're really soft.
They've got silk in them too, don't they?
I don't know, sock yarn, would it? I lost the
Right.
thingy jiggy yonks ago.
Was it the one you got at Christmas time?
Yeah, but those are the silk ones, but then there was the sock yarn was an extra kind of one. So it was last
Because
Christmas.
I got them as well. I got the pink
Mm,
purple sparkle, and I'm sure it's got a bit of silk in it, which is
mm.
why they're so nice.
Yeah, they are really nice. So I quite like them. And I'm kind of into purple at the moment. Oh, the purples.
I love
The
purple
hues.
all the time.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed making these.
That's
Really
good.
enjoyed.
And is that the ribbing? Is it knit through the back loop for the knit?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that finish.
And the lace pattern was very easy. It was just a 4 row repeat.
Excellent.
Yeah. Which meant that there was very like I just said, which I was about to say, which means I didn't make any mistakes, then I just saw one. But it meant that I made less mistakes than normal. How's that?
Yeah,
Because I could kind of read my knitting, which was quite nice for a lacy pattern.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because often it can be difficult to read your knitting when you're doing lace.
yeah. So
Mm.
that's all my knitting. I have 4 pairs of socks.
Well, I've got one more sort of half finished. I don't know if we're going to class this as finished or not, but this segues into purchases.
Oh yes.
So one of my New Year's goals was to knit a dishcloth every month.
Hmm.
I didn't knit one in January.
Hmm.
I've knit two in February.
Well, there you go.
So I've made up for it. So
Cool.
this gorgeous yarn I got from the Michelle Ann's shop in Pukekohe.
Hmm.
So I had a super fun, awesome day out with Julie recently, Julie in Pukekohe. My car needed to be serviced and it had to go to Pukekohe, and I also had my daughter with me. And so Julie picked us up and we went for breakfast, and then we went to the knitting shop, and we went to an op shop, and we went to Spotlight, and so I bought yarn.
Mm. Oh, that's
So
nice.
it's beautiful, isn't it? So that's from the outside. It went from that to the purple to
Hmm.
then the pink.
Hmm.
And I'm actually making these for me.
Nice.
because I love that this is going to be like a matchy set, and they're such happy colors
That's cool.
because you know I like a matchy.
So it's a
So it
thick
goes.
cotton, but like a dishcloth cotton.
It's a dishcloth cotton. I don't have the ball band. I will link it, put it in the show notes. But yes, from Michelle Ann's, and they had a few different sort of. They had some that were a bit earthier colors, and yeah, I just thought it was so fun because like that's matchy, you
Yeah,
know, like so cool.
it is cool.
And it's got
They're,
quite a
def
bit of like
they're
the
definitely
white,
finished objects as well.
two finished objects, and but then this is a purchase, so yeah, I'm going to knit the whole thing to make a stack of dishcloth.
Yeah, cool.
Um, really good knitting when I'm out at cafe knitting.
Yeah.
Don't have to pay any attention to it. So also purchased on that day. We went to Spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a spend $50, get $10 free
Mm.
voucher. Always dangerous. But they actually had some really good remnant bags,
Mm-hmm.
which lately the remnant bags in Spotlight have been the mill ends. That's what it's called, mill ends.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Look
cool.
at that.
That's cool.
Now, I'm counting this as one
Mm-hmm. So it's in one
in
bag.
my
Yeah.
knitting thing because I bought it with the intention of making blankets on my machine
Mm-hmm.
to gift for charity.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's gone in as +1, and when I make it, it will go out as -1.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. So don't let me count it as 3 when it
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
So that's
Keep you honest.
400 grams of 100% mixed fibers. You don't know what it is,
Mm.
but I got 2 of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, so they're a heavy weight. And I just thought they'll make really nice blankets,
Mm.
plain blankets on my machine for the Jammies in June drive that we do at work. So I'm thinking ahead.
Woohoo.
And also on that day, I got something in the mail, which I'd purchased a couple of weeks before. I
Oh
got
my God,
the
I'm
purple.
I'm feeling so angelic at the moment because I haven't bought anything since before Christmas.
Amazing, right? Well, I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything last podcast.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had. I hadn't bought any yarn last podcast.
Yes. Oh yeah, I haven't bought any yarn. Oh, that's nice.
So this is the purple sprouting. She's doing a mystery club this year
Yes.
of New Zealand birds.
I think they're international birds, aren't they? Birds of the world or
Not sure.
something.
Oh yeah, okay, it is birds of the world. Okay, well this is the northern carmine bee eater.
That's cool.
And have you ever seen a picture of a northern carmine bee eater?
Only on Paula's Instagram.
Oh right, okay. So I had to look it up. I hadn't seen one before. I was like, wow, that's gorgeous yarn. Don't know what the bird looks like. So I went and looked up the bird straight away, and it is bang on. I can tell you, this is a brilliant representation, right? Even down to like the grays, because it's
Yeah.
got like a gray chest, I think. But it's a beautiful bird, really beautiful bird. And I got it in the her sport sock deluxe.
Mm.
85 superwash merino, 15% nylon.
I see she has created a shawl from one of them.
Yes, that looks
Yes.
beautiful, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
beautiful.
So these are probably going to become socks, but who knows?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I was really, yeah, to me, that's almost Christmassy.
Yes. Yeah,
Almost.
there's a teal in it. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
teal and red as Christmas colors. So to me, that's kind of scream Christmas, but I'm okay with that. That's it.
Okay. I have been thankful of the bad weather because it means I've finished some spinning.
Well done.
Is and the color, I can see the colors kind of, yeah. There's some nice
Oh
cool
yeah,
colors in there.
beautiful.
So it's one of Lynn's ones, the one I started in Morrinsville.
Right.
It's a Corridale, and I'm halfway through a 200-gram spin as well, which is a purple one, purplies. So I hope to finish that one. So yeah,
Very good.
and
I actually picked up a spindle
oh,
this
cool.
this fortnight. Just drop spindle, and I just drop spindled for a couple of hours. Oh, I made a distaff, which I forgot to bring up.
Hmm.
I'll show that next time.
Um, I was just saying how I haven't bought anything, I haven't bought yarn, but I had to pop and get some bread around the corner yesterday, or the day before, and there's a newsagent's, bookshop place that sometimes
Oh
has
yes.
really cool books in it.
Mm,
And very, very occasionally, I've found a pom pom magazine there. So I
nice.
was lucky. So I've got this one.
Excellent.
Yeah, which has got some very pretty jerseys in it. Um, it's like really pretty.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I got that one.
it's the one with the one that the knit girls did. Yeah,
She's so funny how she's knit that, and she's just like, "This is my
yeah.
big old granny, old person jumper." I think it's gorgeous.
I like that beret.
Mm.
I think that's quite pretty.
I I just got a because I've previously subscribed to Pom Pom magazine and I didn't resubscribe. I'm assuming that's why I got it. I got a discount
Mm.
for I think it was 20% off the subscription for the year going forward. So I decided to grab that because it brought the price of them down to $35 each delivered,
Wow,
which is
that's good.
because you pay almost $50 for them now.
Yeah, I've just
What did you pay for that one?
I just was I've just taken the doodah off it.
Would have been about
That
40,
was
45.
39.50.
Oh, that's very cheap. Hmm.
I like these socks, which are knit flat. Like you knit that bit,
Ah,
and then you knit that bit, and you attach it as you go.
ah.
Apart from the fact that there'll be a lot of purling, I quite like that idea. I like the look. I like what it's done to the colours. I think it's quite cool. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if I could do that on my machine.
I wouldn't say why not.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that one. As in, sorry, on my flatbed machine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you can pick up, like if you want to knit something like that, you just like hook it over the hook before you do the next row.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the next 2 weeks, I've got my test knit to finish. I only have to do one sock, but I'd quite like to do a pair.
Yeah.
um, my heels to put in the other socks, and I'm going to do my scrappy socks. Very sock heavy kind of
Mm.
content for me at the moment. And what I haven't picked up for a while is the lacy rib top that I'm making.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I kind of fell out with that for some reason because I was doing socks. And socks give you like instant gratification.
I think that's what I've been getting with that the Tolkien blanket. I get that instant gratification when you finish a square. It's like quick, quick, quick. Mm, yeah.
Mm.
Yes, I'll need to think about what I'm going to take to work for my next work project because I finished those socks. Mm.
Can you take the squares? Can you crochet squares at work?
Yeah, actually, I was doing that before I took the socks in. Good thought. Yeah,
Mm.
I'll do that. Yeah.
That might make that
Um,
blanket go quick.
yeah. It might also make it go slower because I won't be doing it at home.
It's true. We could have one at work
Maybe
one and the rest at home.
that's what I was just thinking. Maybe if I did like, so I'm up to July, maybe if I did a ball for July and August, and I take August ball to work
Mhm.
and do July's at home, so that then when I finish one, I can put it straight on the blanket.
hmm
And then hopefully by the time I've done that, then I'll have a few of the August ones done and I can bring them home.
Swap them around. Yeah.
Pop them on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be moving on with that. And hopefully I'll finish my recalibrate this fortnight. I'm quite keen to work on that. And I'd like to finish these as well. Yeah.
I'm thinking
Maybe I
about
should take that to work,
yeah.
actually.
You won't have to think too hard about
Because sometimes knitting on a night shift,
it.
yeah, 2 in the morning. Mm.
Mm. Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking about jerseys soon, I think. It's getting a bit
Yep,
chilly. Yeah. But
it's been cold.
I know. It's cool. It's nice. I like it. Cooler. Because we've had quite a lot of humidity, but I think it's like a high of 19 today,
Yeah,
which is not very warm.
yeah, crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, crazy weather. So don't know what's going to happen this week in terms of the cyclone, but we're all sort of preparing for the worst. When we last spoke, Jill, you were heading home on that night that was just torrential
Yeah.
flooding in Auckland. People lost their homes. My neighbour actually has a friend of hers staying who lost their home in the floods.
Took me over 4 hours to get home.
Yeah, well, I think you did well. Yeah.
And that wasn't because of traffic, it was because of surface flooding and just scariness, really, of driving.
Yeah, yeah. It was a pretty frightening time to be on the roads.
Mm.
There's footage of people inside buses with the buses full of water because there was an Elton John concert that night that got cancelled, but they didn't cancel it until 15 minutes before he was due to go on. And so then everyone was already there and had to turn around. And yeah, it was just a nightmare. Yeah, and 4 people lost their lives. So yeah, it's been a very frightening time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also we're not in
prepared.
Turkey and we're not in Syria either, which
Exactly.
like, oh my gosh, like tens of thousands of people.
Just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earthquakes. But
Yeah.
Mother Earth is making us work for it at the moment, I think.
Oh yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Mm.
Yep. She's reminding us that we're not treating the world right.
Yes. And she's in charge.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. We are 100% at the mercy of the earth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, quite frightening. But yeah, as you say, we've been very lucky here that 4 lives were lost, but compared to Turkey, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that somber note.
Very somber.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Okay. At least it's good crafting weather.
Absolutely. Yeah. I got quite a lot of my socks knit on Friday night. We went to the Ed Sheeran concert.
Mm-hmm.
We were fortunate enough to get along and it didn't rain.
Yes.
And he did lose the loop pedal halfway through the show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to do almost half the show acoustic, which was amazing. Yeah. So we took our kids. They're 11 and 13, so they really enjoyed it.
So you knitted at the Ed Sheeran concert?
I did not knit at the concert. I was actually running on 4 hours sleep because I'd worked the night before. So I was running on 4 hours sleep. So I knitted in the car in. We did a park and ride commute. So I knitted on the ride in, and then I knitted as we were standing waiting for the bus, and I knitted on the bus, and then we got there and I put my knitting away.
Yeah.
And at the other end of the concert, when we were waiting for the bus, I could have had a solid hour and a half knitting.
No.
Didn't even think of it. Too brain dead. And my kids were very tired, so I was doing a lot of hugging the kids. My son had been on camp that week, and he burnt himself on a marshmallow that dropped on his leg. So he was hobbling around and exhausted, and he actually didn't want to go. He was like, "I'm too tired, Mum." And we were like, "You can suck it up because we've paid too much for these tickets." And it was actually a Christmas gift. So,
oh, cool. That's excellent.
He was glad he went. So,
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I think it is time to say goodbye. Yeah.
All right. It's been so good catching up.
Yeah, it's been lovely to see you, and I'm liking the new background.
All right, I'll try and stick in here then. Although that puts the onus on me to keep this room a bit tidier. This is actually what I consider tidy. Sorry, everyone. I am a messy crafter.
Looks tidy to me.
Okay, let's go with that. Matiwa?
Matiwa. See you next time.